Hello, boys and girls. My name is John McCormick, and I'm the mayor of the great township of Woodbridge, and I'm here to read to you again. You're all home because of this virus, and I hope you're all doing your schoolwork and your homework and paying attention to your teachers and your parents. Hope you're having fun getting outside to exercise, watch a little bit of TV. That's okay, too. But anyway, today is Wednesday, April 8th, and what book do you think I'm going to read today? Well, I'm wearing my Dr. Seuss tie, The Cat in the Hat, so it must be a Dr. Seuss book, and it is Wacky Wednesday. By the way, I love wearing different ties. Yesterday I wore my Tweety Bird tie with Bugs Bunny. I've got Mickey Mouse ties. I've got ties for all different sports. I've got ties for all different holidays, Christmas ties, Easter ties, Halloween ties, St. Patrick's Day ties. It's so much fun having all kinds of different ties. And boys and girls, you know my birthday is coming up. Just saying, in case anybody wants to get me a tie for my birthday. You know what I like. I'm kidding about that. Anyway, we're here to read Wacky Wednesdays by Dr. Seuss. So, it all began with that shoe on the wall. A shoe on the wall shouldn't be there at all. Right, boys and girls? There's no shoes on the wall, right? That's pretty wacky. Then I looked up and said, oh man, and that's how Wacky Wednesday began. Now there's a shoe on the ceiling. I looked out the window and I said, gee, more things were wacky, and then I saw 3. Okay, so let's see if we can find the 3 things that are wacky about this picture. What do you think, boys and girls? Look close. How about the hose? See the hose, the sprinkler, right? What's this? It's a hole in the hose. You can't be sprinkling if there's a hole in the hose. That's one. What about the apple tree? Anything unusual about the apple tree? That's right. Bananas don't grow in apple trees. And what's the third one? How about this? What's supposed to happen here? I think the bird's supposed to chase the worm and eat the worm, right? But the worm is chasing the bird. That's wacky. I went down the hall and I said, hey, 3 more things were wacky today. Let's see if we can find them. Well, what about the little table there with the flowers on it? Anything unusual? Yep, you're right. Candy cane, supposed to be a table leg. What else? Anything unusual about that door? There's 2 handles. That's wacky. And I think the third one, look at this dude here. Look at, they're all right side up. He's upside down. That's the 3 things in that picture. In the bathroom, more. In the bathroom, 4. Uh-oh. Don't look. He's taking a shower. But you have to look because there's something wacky there. What's wacky about the boy in the shower? Look. He's wearing a sock in the shower. Not supposed to do that. That's one. What? Oh, how about this fish? What's that fish? What is that? Looks like a moonshine jug. There's a fish in some place he's not supposed to be. That's definitely not a fishbowl. And what about the toilet? Anything unusual about the toilet? That's right. There's a tree growing in the toilet. Not good. And the last one is there. See, that one's right side up. This one's upside down. Okay, that was pretty easy. I began to dress, then I said, wow, 4 more things were wacky now. Okay, so we got the shoe again. There's 2 shoes and there's places they shouldn't be. What's wrong with the chair? Yep, chair's missing a piece. Can't sit on that chair. What else? How about the clock? Maybe you're too young to know, but the clock is upside down. The 12 should be up there and the 6 should be down here. And then I think maybe the window? Yeah, there's only 1 window shade. There's supposed to be 2. So that's the 4 things there, I think. I looked in the kitchen and I said, by cracky, 5 more things are very wacky. Okay, what are we going to do here? How about the refrigerator? Is that an ant? Ants can't hold up refrigerators. I'm pretty sure about that. Let's see what else. Cat? Who's chasing the cat? The mouse. Aren't the cats supposed to chase the mouse? That's one. How about there's a hole in the table here? That's pretty wacky. And what else? What's that in the pot? You don't cook umbrella soup, do you? No, that's wacky. And then here's a cup hanging there with no holder, so that's wacky. I was late for school, I started along, and then I saw 6 more things that were wrong. Okay, what do you think, boys and girls? Look at the car closely. That's really a backseat driver, isn't it? He's sitting in a backseat steering, and the lady's sitting in the front seat. That's one. How about the lady walking her little baby? Is that a baby? That's a tiger. That's 2. Let's see, what else? Oh boy, this is hard. Oh, there's one here. See the front door? And the steps don't lead to the front door. This house is wacky. It doesn't even have a front door. Let's see. What about this house? What about the chimney? There's a tree growing in the chimney. That's wacky. And there's one more. Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. There's a window just hanging out on the lawn. That's not right. And then 7 more. Holy moly. Okay, look at that. That looks like the Flintstones, right? You love the Flintstones when Fred and old Barney, they just, pedal with their feet. That's pretty cool. There's something wacky because this driver has a shoe on his head. There's a shoe on the street with a bird in it. Let's see, that looks normal. That looks normal. The sisters look normal. Oh, that's wacky. We all know red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, right? Red light means stop, green light means go. They're backwards here. And then right next to that, there's a telephone pole missing. That's not a telephone pole, electric pole. And then here somewhere there's something. I can't find it now. Huh. Oh, the house is missing. There's part of the house missing. And then the last one, what color is the sun, boys and girls? It's yellow, sometimes it's orange. We learned that with the wacky crayon thing yesterday. And the Sutherland sisters, they looked wacky too. They said nothing is wacky around here but you. Okay, so what's wrong with these girls? One lost her head, no neck. One lost her legs, no feet. One, I don't know, see anything wrong about her. Let's see, that cat looks normal. This guy looks normal. Oh, there's not a number here, so we're not looking for a particular number. Okay, that's okay. Now, but look, I yelled, 8 things are wrong here at school. Nothing is wrong. They said, don't be a fool. Now we have to find 8 things. Okay, what about this? A shoe hanging from a tree. What's that? Should a turtle be in a tree? No. You might not know this, but that's spelled wrong. It says fur sale, like they're selling furs, but no, it's supposed to say for sale. Baby's there. This guy looks good. Anything wrong with him? He looks all right. There's the cat. There's the Sutherland girls. Let's see. Oh, there's a shoe on top of the flagpole, and you might not recognize that, but the flag is upside down. The school is spelled wrong. It's S-C-H-O-O-L. You might not know that yet. And all these tigers and kids are in class. There's nothing wacky about that, is there? There is? Oh yeah, tigers are not supposed to be in school. And then the last thing, I don't know what that is. That might be part of it. I have no idea. Anyway, let's move on. I ran into school. I yelled to Miss Bass, look, 9 things are wacky right here in your class. Oh, this is getting hard. Let's start up here. Anything wrong there? No. Oh. You know what? It's not so unusual for teachers to be wearing roller skates. Sometimes in our classes with the kids, they need roller skates to get around, right? So maybe that's not so wacky at all. But I think that's one of them. There's a shoe on the desk. That's 2. There's phone looks good. That looks good. Ah, the ABCs. What's wrong with the ABCs? Does it end with W, X, Z, and Y, or does it end W, X, Y, and Z? That's wrong. 2 + 3 = 5. That's right. Uh-oh. She's standing on his head. That's not right. You guys wouldn't know this, but that is not George Washington. That is Abraham Lincoln. What else is wrong? How about this guy? He must have stayed back a lot. He's like Rip Van Winkle. He's like 80 years old and he's still in school. That's wacky. How about this guy? He's facing the wrong way. That's wacky. And there's another guy that lost his head. He's wacky because he's got no head. Oh, well. Nothing is wacky here in my class. Get out, you're the wacky one. Out, said Miss Bass. And there's no number here, but that's spelled wrong. It's not even George Washington. Actually, it looks like U.S. Grant, Ulysses S. Grant, but there's not an M in Washington. It's an N. And then the mouse is nibbling on the wire for the phone. That's weird. The piece of paper looks okay. All right, that's good. I went out the school door. Things are worse than before. I couldn't believe it. 10 wacky things more. All right, let's check this out. That's spelled right. The front door looks good. I don't know what that thing is. Again, that's a little rodent or something, some kind of animal. The flag has a shoe instead of a regular flagpole. This guy's walking his alligator to school. Nothing wacky about that, right? What? Oh, you're right. Alligators don't belong in school. That's one. This dude looks weird, but not wacky, just weird. That looks okay. Now we know giraffes don't belong in manholes. Let's see, all those people in the car, they look good. There's a shoe in the car. That's not right. There's a lady on the car walking the baby in the stroller. That's not right. There's a tree with a shoe on it. That's not right. Let's see, that looks good. What about this guy? He's on like a raft. He's sitting in a park bench in the water. That's not good. And then that looks okay. What's wrong with George Washington? He's backwards. He's facing the wrong way on the horse. And I think, no, they spelled it right. Okay. What about that? Yeah, that looks good. What about that? Something's wacky. Yeah, something's wacky here. It looks like Idaho. It's like off the ground, so the building can't be off the ground, so that's wacky. I have no idea if there's 10. I lost track. Then I counted 11. Oh, my goodness, this is getting crazy. All right, ladies walking an alligator. Ladies walking a tree. There's a building and a tree. There's green leaves and yellow leaves. There's a smokestack with a shoe on it. There's, what else? Look at this one. What's wrong with that one? The door's not upside down. It's sideways. The flag looks okay. This looks weird. Look at that guy. There's an old guy with a long white beard. He shouldn't be walking or getting a ride in a carriage. There's a carriage with no wheels. There's a carriage with only one wheel. There's a carriage with a ski or a snowboard. And what else? For sale. Not for sale. F-O-R, not F-O-U-R. That's wacky. All right. Then 12 worst things. I got scared and I ran and I knocked over a patrolman McGann. Oh boy, oh boy. First, there's a pig. That's wacky. This is utterly ridiculous. This cow has no head, and it looks like it has 2 tails and 2 of everything else. There's a lot of kids, boy oh boy. I don't know if that's a nursery school or that's a regular school, but I hope they're not all her kids. There's a door in the path that shouldn't be. There's windows hanging up here all by themselves, shouldn't be. There's a baby buggy with shoes instead of wheels, and a lady with wheels instead of shoes. There's a tiger walking a baby. Now, would you let a tiger walk your little sister or little brother? No. That's wacky. That one actually looks normal. This one's just stray shoes with no people. There's somebody walking it upside down. There's a little baby pushing an adult in a baby buggy. There's a car in the air. What about this plane? Look at which way the wind's blowing. The plane's supposed to be going that way. It's coming down, so the wind should be going that way, but he's going into the wind. That's wacky. And there's, oh no, that's not wacky. That just knocked out of his hand. All right. I'm sorry, Patrolman. That's all I could say. Don't be sorry he smiled. It's that kind of day, but be glad Wacky Wednesday will soon go away. Now, it doesn't tell you how many here, too, but look at his hat. Look at his shoe on his hand. And look at his shield. It doesn't say Woodbridge Police Department. It's like got a shoe on it. And there's a cat in the air. That's wacky. This is a tough book. Oh, my goodness. Only 20 things more will be wacky, he said. Just find them, and then you can go back to bed. I don't even know if I can keep track of this. Ready? All right, go. This is the sidewalk, and it's rolling up, which is weird. What about this, boys and girls? You know this one. He's upside down on a park bench. That's weird. What about that? It's like a unicycle with a tree on it. Anything wrong with that? Pretty normal, right? Just a little dog minding his own business. Here's a street, which looks good until it goes up in the air. That's not right. That can't be right. Should there be an airplane on the road? No, that's wacky. Should there be a house in the air? No, that's wacky. A car in the air? No. A lady with no head. There's a lot of headless people in this book. I don't know. Maybe that's the moral of the story. We'll get to that. Baby's good. She's supposed to be walking, and she's sitting in a chair walking triplets. There's a pig with no legs. I guess he's got no pig's feet. There is a lady with 3 more kids, looks okay. This is pretty funny, actually. What's wrong with this one, boys and girls? Should the man be fishing for the fish, or should the fish be fishing for the man? That's wrong. The dog looks okay. That's missing the baby buggy entirely. That's a tree with a shoe on it. That's a tree with just a stump. That's 3 houses that are on top of each other. That's a factory with the smokestack not connected to the factory. That's, I think I said, a car in the air. What about that? It's a highway and there's somebody walking a baby carriage. That's not right. Oh, did we say the house in the air? I think we did. I don't know if that's 20, boys and girls. Maybe you kept track. If you did, tell me next time I'm in your school. Wacky Wednesday was gone when I counted them all, and I even got rid of that shoe on the wall. So that was a pretty fun book, right? Because you got to think and use your head. When you're reading it, you read it, then you look for the stuff. I thought this was a pretty good book. I'd never even heard of it until a while ago. So I decided to read it to a class, and now I'm reading it because today is Wacky Wednesday. So anyway, I hope you had fun. We're going to read a couple books again next week. We're off Friday. Tomorrow I get to wear my Easter tie because we're off Friday. So tomorrow I'll wear my Easter tie. And you know what I miss? I miss wearing my baseball ties because there's no baseball. That's sad, but it's really no big deal. They'll figure it out. So anyway, boys and girls, I hope you have a great weekend. There's a whole bunch of holidays. There's Passover, there's Easter, there's Ramadan, there's Bakshi. There's all different religious holidays that happen in April. And I just hope that whatever you do, just celebrate your holidays and say a prayer that this whole ordeal gets done soon and we can all get back to normal. So have a good weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening.